All right, I think we're live. I'm saying I think. The thing is, right, Windows updated today, and I was literally sitting here for about 15 minutes while it started and restarted the computer a million times, and I think it's done something to the speakers. Because when I tried to record something earlier, like when you went into the settings of the speakers and the microphone and that, it was all done, like all changed. So you guys need to let us know if you can hear us all right. Drop a comment in the box because I'm just not entirely sure. But it's okay. We've got 2 minutes and 16 seconds to sort any problems.
This is what we need.
So, yeah. Let us know if you can hear us. And then, oh yeah, Sam says, yeah, you can hear us all good.
All right,
Okay,
cool.
all right. I am a wizard of technical excellence. Everything is sorted. Okay, so my job tonight is to press the buttons in the background.
All right, I see. I thought you were.
No, I'm here to press the buttons, and I'm here to talk about shiny things and colours. And then your job is to talk about all the amazing new products that Apeks are bringing out.
Yeah, aye. It's been a long time coming, hasn't it?
It has been so long. Yeah. When did we look at them? Like when did we see them?
I think it was November.
I think it was before that.
It feels a hell of a lot longer.
But yeah, it's been like under wraps for months, and we haven't been allowed to talk about it.
I know Harry's completely forgotten everything that he's seen. He's been asking us loads of questions today, and I'm like, Harry, you saw them as well. So it has been a while.
Yeah, but it's been difficult because we've wanted to tell everybody about everything that's coming, and we're just like, it was like an embargo on it, wasn't it? Like you weren't allowed to talk about anything until today.
And we're good little children, aren't we?
We are. Yes. We follow the rules, don't we? Yeah. So we've got 47 seconds. Pick a product. Which are you most excited about?
Honestly, it's gonna be the bag.
That's fine too. That's why I put it first, because it's my favourite.
Like all of them are like super sexy, and like I'm very excited about them. But in all honesty, I just want the bag.
Yeah. I'm excited about the wetsuit as well.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that actually. I think I might treat myself to one for the seal snorkels this year.
Oh well, that is a surprise.
Yeah. Just mainly to wind Harry up because I know he wants one too.
Harry's just got a new dry suit, so he'll not be getting a wetsuit anytime soon.
Yes, exactly.
All right, I'm just going to do some clicking because we are good to go. So welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us today. We get to tell you all about how we're excited about the brand new products that have landed from Apeks today. Mm-hmm. Feel free to drop any comments and stuff or any questions you've got in the comments box, and we'll pause and answer, or come at the end of it. We'll come back to it if I miss it. But yeah, like I said before, I'm here to talk about the pretty colours and to press the buttons. And then James, as you may already know, it is like a walk-in product catalogue. So he's going to talk you through. We'll talk about the features of the new products. But we're mainly talking about why we're excited for these products.
Yeah. Exactly.
So unfortunately we don't have a physical product to show you because COVID and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's completely messed up the supply chain and everything.
But we've got lots of cool products to show you, picture wise. So this is what we're going to be talking about tonight, right? I've kind of structured the presentation so we're talking about the things that are in stock already, so the bags and stuff are in stock.
Yep.
And then we're going to talk about each product in terms of when it's expected, the stock's expected to be released. So torches are expected, the green, the Lunar Mini, that's soon. Yep. The rest of the torches, and then the rest of the products, the reels and the rashies and the wetsuits, start of April.
Yeah.
At the minute. We'll keep you updated. So all of these products are already available to pre-order, or if it's a bag, to buy on the website. And then obviously we'll keep you updated as to the exact release of the stock.
Yeah, but pretty much it's going to be start of March and end of March. Fingers crossed, provided nothing drastically goes wrong.
Yeah.
With Brexit and everything else and shipping issues.
True that.
But yeah, that's kind of all the products there in the snapshot. We have had all these torches in the dive centre last year. We've had a good play around with them. They are all very impressive and very high quality. So yeah. We can't wait to get them in the water.
I'm just pressing buttons.
One job to do.
Well, I know. So, should we just get stuck into it?
Yeah.
And just get started talking about them? So the first one, this is one that we're totally excited about. Just because it looks so cool.
Yeah, it looks smart. Looks quite professional. So this is just a standard kind of backpack, but it is a fully dry bag. As you can see from the top there, it's got the roll down feature. The front is a waterproof pocket as well, so you can use that to store stuff that kind of you want to grab easily whilst keeping all your clothes and towel and things dry inside. And it is super spacious inside. It is big enough to hold a laptop.
It's got like a special laptop compartment.
Yeah, it's got a special laptop compartment. It won't hold a big, huge gaming laptop, but it'll hold your kind of everyday use laptops that most people have. And then it's got other lovely frilly features on it, but it just looks nice and smart. So it's a perfect everyday. So you'll definitely see me having this on the boat and at dive sites, because we'll be using this for paperwork, because it's kind of one thing I've been missing, having a nice dry bag.
I kind of wish that I was still at school so I could wear it every day and like use it as a school bag.
I mean, this bag, what it reminds us of is them bags we used to have in Malaysia. We used to have a similar type bag, which we used to use to get when we were cycling home. But as you can see, nice padded shoulder straps, and it's kind of got them vented back things, because there's nothing worse than getting a sweaty back basically if you're hiking or walking somewhere. So it's got all them features in. Very, very sexy.
Yes, I do like this one. And then I'm not sure about this one, right? Because normally I wouldn't go for this kind of product, but now that I'm thinking about it, when we're out on the boat and stuff, and you come out from the boat and like, more so for us because we need to check in back at home, like back to base, and like, I think this would be actually really good. I could have this separate to my dry bag and then not be getting like wet hands, because you can use your phone through that screen, can't you? Yeah.
So it's kind of designed in a way where it's actually like a little mini handbag, so you can actually wear it as like a satchel. I know some people are into that. Not exactly my thing.
I was going to say, is that going to be your weekend wear?
It's like him off a Hangover.
Oh yeah.
It's something he would wear. But basically you've got a front pocket there which your phone slides in, and you can use your phone through that screen. It won't work if your phone's got a protective cover case on. So like I tried to test it on mine, which has kind of got a rugged case on. It didn't work through that, but it'll certainly work if it's got one of them stick-on protective covers. But yeah, like Nick was saying, like when we're on the boat or outdoors, if you're outdoors a lot and it's raining, it's perfect for that. Certainly kind of your water sports people, see your stand-up paddleboarders, kayakers, surfers, all them it'll be perfect for.
That's a point actually, because I know the Colour Coats kayak place down the road, like people who are on lessons and stuff, you have to take your phone, like in case you get into bother, you have to take it.
Exactly,
so that's like people would be perfect for doing
so at least
stuff like
you've
that.
kind of got some form of communication.
I can totally see this becoming part of our like emergency pack when we're out at dive sites. So it's like the phone's on hand and you can just use it. And so I can see that, even though it's not something that I normally go for, I can see that becoming
it's
part of it.
certainly a practical bit of kit.
Yeah. All right, more bags. So many bags.
More bags. Yeah, I know. There's far too many bags now between Aqualung, Apeks, and Four Fellman's bags. I don't know how many suitcases I can have.
But for me, there's a 40 and a 90, right? Like for me, these are just pretty much suitcase bags. Like, is there anything special about them?
Yes, it is a suitcase bag. I do like the fact it's made from I forget now off the top of my head, but it's PVC tarpaulin type material, so it is water resistant. So if you're in the rain or anything, the rain's not going to get into your suitcase.
What about wet stuff coming out?
It will to an extent, but it will leak through the stitching and everything like that. So it won't hold water, but it's certainly kind of pretty weatherproof. But then it's got like your standard suitcase type features, so it's got them inner pockets. What I do like is it's got them compression straps over the top. So if you're used to cramming lots into your suitcase,
actually, you better see it better on there.
You can kind of ratchet it down to make it a bit smaller profile. Stands up nice, standard suitcase type thing. I do like the fact on the top it's got an extra pocket, so for like travelling, shoving in your passport in and things like that, it's quite handy.
So the 40 litre one, that's supposed to be like a carry-on, isn't it?
Yes, it is designed to meet most carry-on size requirements.
And then the 91's like going in the holes.
That's your standard travel suitcase, and in theory you should fit all your dive kit in there, if you can kind of pack light and smart.
What else do you need other than your dive kit and t-shirts?
Pretty much it.
Done.
But that is kind of one thing we'll get tested out when we get them in stock, is exactly what kit will fit in them.
Yeah. Do you reckon? Well, when we get a new bag, we normally try and put a person in it. Do you think a person will get in it?
No.
It won't pass the person test?
Don't think so. Be a very small person.
Yeah, Harry wouldn't get in it.
No.
All right, so we've got some brand new torches coming out from Apeks, which are really exciting.
Yes, they are very exciting indeed. I am a massive torch geek.
You are like a magpie for torches.
Yeah, I do like collecting torches. And to be fair to myself, I haven't really spoilt myself that much on torches since we've been back in the UK.
Okay. I don't think that's true, but okay. But the thing I like about these torches is, I haven't seen many torches that are made in this way, where it's like a solid body that you can't get into. There's no like things that you can open. You don't need to open it to get the battery. It's all like wireless USB charging. You just plug it in. Yeah.
So these machine aluminium grade.
I don't know what you're trying to say.
It's all aircraft grade aluminium. So it's all water resistance. It's all high quality machining done on it. And like Nick said, it's one piece. So the beauty of that is there's very little that can go wrong. There's no user battery changing, so there's no O-rings for that.
And then they come in these.
There's no twist head or anything like that.
They come in these lovely colours. So these are the new, like, this is Apex's sort of colour range now, isn't it? And it's starting to come through in a lot of their products. So this is like their standard 4-colour range.
Yeah. I would like a bit of black and a bit of blue, but hey ho, I can't get everything, can I?
See, I prefer grey to black, like.
Yeah. The green's quite nice as well. So yeah, they are very nice. They feel nice in your hand. They are high quality. I know some people maybe think they're a bit cheap. But you can see from the close-ups there, they are very well made.
Yeah.
Now, if you're looking for a kind of mid-range or budget torch, look away. These aren't for you. They are expensive. They start from 250 quid. So they certainly aren't cheap. But what you're getting for that is they are made completely in the UK. If anyone's a keen cycler and likes cycling torches, you might be familiar with these because that is the company that makes them. So they are great quality. These aren't made in China. They are well proven, well designed, and will do the job they're designed to do. One thing we'll kind of, as we go through the torches, is unfortunately we don't have any images of kind of the control panel on the back, which is a shame because I think that's what sets them out from any other torch on the market. So basically on the bottom of the torch is a button and a kind of little display screen. Can't remember if the minis had that on or not.
I think it's just the Luna and the Advanced that's got it on.
But you've basically got 3 settings on the Luna Mini, which is kind of low power, medium power, and high power. And all the torches have got a SOS a strobe type feature. So this would be perfect as a backup torch. Personally, I prefer this as a primary torch. But you could, if you wanted, put it on as a strobe and use it as a strobe. It's a very expensive strobe, like.
This one's 1,000 lumens, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is 1,000 lumen, kind of your standard narrow beam spotlight torch. And that is what I prefer for night diving. I like my 1,000 lumen. It's just enough to see where I am, what's going on, but it doesn't distract the wildlife too much. Some people prefer the higher power torches, but certainly for night dive, I would think this was my primary.
And then these torches, they've got like an overheating thing.
Yeah, so this is kind of again where you're coming into what you're paying for. You've kind of got a thermal protection circuit in, which is a big problem with a lot of diving torches, which a lot of manufacturers don't explain well enough, or certainly when we're teaching night dive students, is a lot of the torches now need to be in the water. Yeah. Otherwise they will overheat because they're so high powered. So you kind of shouldn't really be using them on land too much. These have actually designed them so they can work on land. So even if you just want a torch to shove in your emergency kit or your glove box, this will work perfectly fine outdoors. Like I say, the manufacturer makes these type of torches for cycling.
Gareth Sass, isn't the Luna Mini just basically the same as a Simply Scuba Mark 1 torch, but over twice the price?
I'm not 100% on the Simply Scuba Mark 1. I've not seen it personally.
There's a link there, let me just bring that up.
I think it looks like it.
No, it's completely different
it's
to that.
completely different.
Yeah.
As far as I'm aware, the Simply Scuba one is kind of your overseas manufacturing type. In terms of what you're going to get, they're both about the same. They're both 1,000 lumen torch.
Yeah.
It's pretty standard, but you're not getting the high quality or the USB charging facilities and the
I must say, when I held these new torches in the reels as well, like there's something about that you could just tell that it's quality. It's it's heavy. When you look at it, it's just beautifully. I mean, my background is product design, right? That's what my degree's in, and so I can appreciate like the thought that's gone into the designs of these. And you can whether it's. I'm not convinced it's worth the price. Maybe I'll decide when I've had it in the water. But you can definitely tell that it's not a cheap quality torch. It's awesome. It's insane. But the proof is in the pudding when it gets in the water. Yeah. And then the thing I like about these as well, it comes in like a carry case, similar to the VX1 mask box.
Yeah, so these all come zip-tied case. Yeah. It's all kind of environmentally friendly packaging and all the rest of it, with most new products on now.
Yeah. So let's take a look at the other torches. Oh, there's so then we've got like some bigger ones. So this is the Luna, and there's also the Luna Advanced. Yeah. So what's the difference between them two?
So this is where you start going into your higher power. So I think this one off the top of my head is 2,000 lumens or thereabouts. Again, on the back you've got kind of a screen, and it shows you your kind of run time, how long the battery will last. It'll also kind of show you which kind of program you are. And you can change the settings on it. Again, SOS features as well. This one comes with a soft Goodman handle as well as standard, and again USB charging for them. So this is kind of in the mid-range of the two. I think I would go more the mini and the high-end one. Don't know. Personal preference really.
Sam's asking, did I remember that they take quite a bit of abuse as well? Drop tested highly. I've seen the drop test for the reels. Yeah. And they literally dropped it off the top of the Apeks factory, and it didn't even have a scratch on it. Yeah. From holding these torches, you can tell like they're solid. Like, I don't know if I'd want to drop it off the top of a building. Yeah. Because they cost so much money.
Yeah. Well, it's a solid bit of aluminium basically, so they are very rugged and pretty much gonna be bomb-proof. Yeah. I'll be highly amazed if there's any issues with these.
And then the one up from this again is the Luna Advanced or Adv. I don't know what
it's the Luna Advanced. So again, it's got a big screen on the back with all them features. It also has programs. So it's got preset programs which you can kind of set before you go in the water. So you can choose what program so basically depending on what you want. If you want high power over a short time, or you want a kind of medium power over a longer time, that type of thing.
You can like choose it to suit your dive that you're doing, isn't it?
Yeah, so you've got all them features. You've also got the USB charging again, as I said. And basically this one is going to give you 3,600 lumens. Yeah. You've got a bit of choice on the beam as well, I think, off the top of my head. So what you're kind of getting here is a very high powered torch, but it's a built-in battery. You don't need a separate battery.
It doesn't need an umbilical.
No, it doesn't need an umbilical. It's pretty much on par for power as some of the kind of low-entry umbilical torches. I haven't been able to test it compared to some of the high-powered, like Ammonite high-end ones yet. But I imagine it's going to be competing with them pretty closely.
That's going to be if this does like perform as well as those big umbilical torches, and this could be like its unique selling point, really.
I mean, because on some of the settings you can get 8 hours of runtime, I think, off the top of my head. So it's pretty decent, and it comes standard with this Goodman handle. And that Goodman handle, you can also attach a secondary torch or action cam to it as well. So it kind of doubles up with that.
And it comes in the pack, so it comes with the Goodman, and the Luna comes with the soft one as well, like in the box. Yeah. And all the charging cables and the case and all that kind of stuff as well. So yeah, the torches are going to be super interesting when we actually get them in the water and test them. So we'll let you know like what we think of them.
Yeah, I mean, from first impressions when we had them, they are high quality, made in the UK. I think they're going to be pretty much bomb-proof by the looks of them. So I don't think there's going to be huge issues like you sometimes get with like the imported Chinese torches or anything like that.
Yeah.
And to be honest, that's kind of what you're paying for with the extra money. Yes, all right, you're paying because it is a sexy bit of Apeks kit as well. That is accounted into it, but it is a high quality bit of kit that will kind of compete with a lot of the other ones on the market.
Yeah. So the next product that they're bringing out, so they absolutely smashed the finger spools. Like, and you know, I was mentioning about like how I admired the design and stuff that went into it. So when the finger spool came out, I was like, how can you redesign a finger spool to make it like more ergonomic or whatever? But they did it, and it was awesome. And they've been like so popular. I use them on every dive, and I'm more of a finger spool person than a real person.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Yeah. It depends on your preference. I could see why a lot of people prefer having the brake spool reels rather than the finger spools. It can be simpler in a way.
Yeah.
There's less to worry about in terms of line management and things like that. So if you kind of prefer launching an SMB through the brake technique, it does everything you need to do.
Yeah.
Again, it's not going to be cheap because it is Apeks. It is made in the UK. It is high quality materials. It's not designed to be a cheap kind of plasticky reel like that is available.
I'm just laughing because Dunk says, I bet I can break it.
Yeah, I was thinking that actually. I mean, they are very high quality. They kind of, on there, basically they've designed this to kind of be on the level playing field with the likes of some of the other reels,
like
the high-end reels, the Kent Toolen and the custom diver reels. They've also, you can kind of see it's got that kind of metal bit on the handle there, so that's to attach to your D-ring. And then it's kind of, you can kind of see just behind the reel, it's kind of got the little recesses, so that allows for your bungeeing on your SMB. So it's got loads of practical features on that. The other thing I like, which a lot of reels don't do, is you can change it between left and right-handed.
Yeah, and it's dead easy.
Yeah, so it's just a case of swapping and moving the brake around. So that's a very simple thing to do. They do come with a lifetime warranty as well, and the line you can buy separately as well.
Yeah. So there's, I was gonna say, talking about lines. So there's two versions. So the top one is the 30 meter, and the bottom one's the 60.
Yeah.
And then it comes in those.
So it comes in all the colours. Yeah, Apeks colours. So yeah, I mean, it's one of them.
I know. For me, it's going to be too big. I like having my SMB and my spool in my dry suit pocket, and then it's just nice and tucked away.
So I use these on my SMB, not my DSMB, my actual. So when we're teaching students, we carry a permanent float above our head, and I do like this because you can just let go of it and let it float, or tie it off to a weight or a rock or something.
But they are sexy. I mean, look at this.
It is a nice bit of kit. And yeah, like was saying just before, this is being chucked off the Apeks warehouse roof, and pretty much didn't have a mark on it, and they also drove over it with a Volvo, and it didn't damage it.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So a solid bit of kit.
Yeah.
So definitely up to the tasks of a British diver, I think.
Yeah, definitely. It's just designed nicely. It's engineered nicely. That's my face when I'm going to be using it. Like, look at my serious bit of kit. And then the other reel that they brought out is the guide. So this is more like a cave reel. You wouldn't be using this on an SMB or anything. Yeah,
this is a bit of a niche bit of kit. Again, because there's only a few of these out on the market, so they're kind of competing with them. Basically, you've got a screw on the top to kind of loosen it off to let you lay the line. It sits nicely in your hand. You can also kind of have it sitting in your hand with a torch in one hand as well. It's kind of designed to just have a torch sitting nicely on that handle, and you can lay your line out. So it's kind of designed for those cavers or people want to lay wrecks. The other use, I suppose, which will have a use for, is kind of doing surveys. So if you want to lay a line to mark out underwater survey or mark out an area or something like that, that's kind of what it's used for. You could, if you really wanted to, use it for SMB, but I probably would avoid doing anything like that. So yeah, it's a bit more niche.
and it comes in the colours again.
Yeah.
And the line's 120 meters.
Yeah, 120 meter line. Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely more of a niche for overhead environments and that kind of stuff. But it's still like, again, it's another beautifully designed product.
Yeah, it's very nice. Yeah.
It's just lush.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Yeah, you can tell it's been designed by divers.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
I love the close-ups. You can tell. You can tell the Apeks have had good fun with these.
Yeah. All right, and then we're into some thermal wear. So we've got the Thermique or Thermique.
Yeah.
Thermique or Thermique.
I'm not sure. Honestly, don't know.
This
is actually the other bit. I'll probably be one of the first bits I'll buy for myself. On first look, and when I saw them, I thought these were pretty much the same as quite a few on the market with a fleece liner and the outer bit, standard rash guards. There's quite a few companies making stuff like that. Even Fourth Element have got something similar. It's basically 3 layers of materials, but the biggest difference for this one to the others is it is breathable. So that means you can use it under a dry suit.
Yeah.
Whereas the others aren't very breathable, so under a dry suit they do get a bit hot and sweaty. And the big game changer with these is it's made with graphene in. And what they say it does is basically if you have a hot spot, it'll take the heat from that hot spot and redistribute it across to your colder spots. That makes absolutely no sense to me, but that is what they are swearing blindly it does. So apparently this graphene material which they've put inside it will help redistribute the heat over your core.
Well, it'll send it from your core that's usually the hottest to your extremities,
to your arms, and that is kind of one of the things I'm looking forward to because I don't really have a decent long sleeve under my dry suit. I haven't really went down the Arctics or thick base layer routes, so at the minute I kind of use my thin base layer with an X core, which keeps us nice and warm, but my arms get cooled. So I am very keen to test this out.
So there's a short sleeve version as well.
Yeah.
So you can wear this like if you were just out somewhere tropical, you could just wear it as a rash guard, or you can put it under your suit.
Wet or dry, it will work, and it's standard rash guard type, thumb loops, all the rest of it. Yeah. What I do really like is how they've rebranded the logo and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Looks nice, looks smart. Nice bit of kit. So being treated, tested out.
And then we've got the Thermique 87 wetsuit, which this is, when they started talking, when I saw this, I was like, wow, this is amazing. Because as you know, like, we're all for promoting eco-friendly products. And this is the first time I've seen a cold water wetsuit that is made from eco-friendly materials. Because neoprene it's like traditionally been very difficult to produce thick neoprene without, relying on like nasty chemicals and bad non-eco-friendly manufacturing processes.
Yeah, because it relies on kind of petroleum-based products and stuff like that.
Yeah. So this one is really cool. It's like got recycled plastic bottles in it. It's got
so the liners, recycled plastic bottles. Most of the rubber is come from recycled car tires. Which has allowed them, I think, to save about 200 grams of carbon per wetsuit.
Yeah.
And then it's also kind of got, what was it, about the dye? So it's a water-based dye, which reduces a lot of the stuff as well.
Yeah.
So it reduces a lot of the chemicals, and then the glue's kind of environmentally friendly as well. So it's not perfect, it's not completely
definitely a step in the right direction,
but it's a complete step in the right direction, exactly. So what we've got is 8mm on the core and 7mm on the legs and the arms. So it's going to keep you nice and warm while still giving a bit of flexibility. Very nice pockets, lots of space in them, very similar to what you'll see on a lot of dry suits and stuff like that. Yeah. It's got the kind of the water protectors on the wrist and ankle seals, so again reduces kind of water ingress from there. Having the built-in hood as well is going to reduce any kind of flushing down your back. Now you might have noticed the zip is on the front, so this makes it easier to get in and out. That zip isn't a dry zip though, it is a plastic standard zip that you would have on a lot of the wetsuits.
It's like a semi-dry, isn't it?
Yeah, so I think they've gone down that route because it gives a bit more flexibility. The dry zips are pretty rigid. It makes it a bit more difficult to get in and out of. But behind that zip, it does have the water dam. So if water does get through the zip, you're not going to feel it straight away, which will help keep you warm. And there's kind of a little bib underneath as well, which kind of sits over your shoulders. So it's kind of like a protective panel. So yeah, you can see it on there. So that's going to keep you nice and warm from that zip. Yeah, and having that built-in hood, you're not going to get any flushing down your back, so to speak. So a very nice bit of kit. For the price, it's getting in that realm where you may as well put that money towards a dry suit.
How much is it? Like 500 something in it?
I think it was more than that.
More than that.
I think it was like 700. You'll certainly be able to use this all summer in the UK. Yeah, 541. Not too bad actually, compared to some on the market. If it had a dry zip, it would have gone up quite a bit in price. So it has saved a bit of money there. But yeah, very nice panels and everything like that. If I was in the Mediterranean, you could use this all year round.
Yeah.
In other places like Southern Australia, California, there's massive perks to that. You could definitely use that for the bulk of the British diving season. More than likely, we'll be able to use that for the seal snorkels all year. I'll be probably a little bit too hot with that.
It's not as easy to flush either.
Yeah, I know, that's what I was thinking. But I'm intrigued to kind of see if how well it would go for the rest of the year. I think it'll do most of the back year. This time of year, I think you'll be too cold.
Well, there is like 3 inches of snow on the ground.
Yeah, but certainly the back end of the year, like kind of when it's a bit chilly outside, November time.
Yeah.
Still think it'll do the job. Yeah.
So that's it. That is all of the products.
How's that it?
That is,
what was number one?
Well, there's like tech shorts, which are just like a bit of an updated version.
Yeah, so the original tech shorts, they've just kind of brought them into similar. So they've rebranded the logo and things like that, and they've changed the pockets to the same as the wetsuit. So it just looks a bit smarter, looks a bit neater as well. So they've rebranded that.
I thought, just in case like people need to see, all this is now available for pre-order. Well, the bags are
so bags
in stock in the UK.
Stock in the UK. You can buy now. The torches, there is a few of the Lunar Minis kicking about, but majority of them aren't going to arrive until start of March.
Yeah,
and then the bigger torches, reels, and hopefully all the neoprene stuff will be end of March, April.
So if you head over to thehonestdiver.com, and I've put them all in a section of brand new, so this is where all the new Apeks stuff is. So if you were to click on a product, then it'll tell you like the crack with it. So the bags are in stock in the UK, but obviously we don't have any in stock. That's not really the way that we do. So, we don't buy a lot of stock because then it just kind of sits there and it doesn't we prefer when somebody puts an order in, then we'll get it for you, because then you know that it's like not been sitting on our shelf horrible and dusty and. Yeah. That's just the way that we do stuff. So it will be like totally honest with you. It'll say like we don't have it in stock, but we'll get it in for you, and it'll take a couple extra days. If you were to go on some of the other ones, for example, the reels, so it'll say like pre-order, and it'll give you an idea of when we're expecting the stock. So you can place the order, and then obviously we will keep you updated. The other thing that I wanted to say, right, if you guys have any questions at all, then you can click on my face from last year when I had blonde hair. And
The Honest Diver is all about
ask me a question, right? So you can, if you're feeling brave, you can video me and we can, have a video chat backwards and forwards. It's pretty cool. But if you want to just go back to plain old fashioned text or audio, then you can do that as well. But we are like, the whole idea of the Honest website is to try and get, that feeling when you walk into a dive center for real and you can have a bit of chat and you can get like advice, and we want to try and replicate that on a website, which is really difficult, right? But we just want you guys to get in touch and we can help with any questions that you have. If you think, I don't know which product is going to be best for me, then send a message, because James will be able to like talk to you and wheedle out all of the details and all of the things that you require, and he'll say, right, this is the perfect product for you. And like he's totally happy to do that. We can do it over email, we can do video message, we can do Zoom chats, whatever it is, get in touch. If anything, just to talk about diving, because we're so dried out and bored. like when you talk to somebody about diving, then it kind of makes the day a little bit. Oh yeah, we are dive instructors. That's what we do. That's our day job. So it kind of makes that a little bit better. So that concludes our roundup of the brand new products.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I don't think there's any missing up there. There is a few from Aqualung as well, but we're not sure when they're coming into stock. So Aqualung do have some budget cheap torches coming, and a nice new computer as well. Very nice. Nice big screen at a cheap price as well.
So yeah, get in touch if you need any advice on these new products or you've got any questions or whatever, then just drop us a line. And then as soon as we get them in, and as soon as we can get in the water, we'll be reviewing these in the water as well. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Yep.
Instead of it just being a picture.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually show you it properly.
Yeah, I can't wait to do a night dive.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, stay safe, and we will see you soon. If not on a dive site or on a HQ, then virtually. That'll do.
Yep.
All right, guys. I'll see you later.
See you later.